Alright everyone, welcome back to another Ark Survival Ascended video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy. This is the Game Vault, and we're on our little solo run here. And we made it out to Herbivore Island on our raft that we built in the last episode. And we brought everything with us. I mean, look at all this good stuff. There's our box. This is our house. Oh, I actually put the smaller door on it so it can be automatic. There's our bed. We picked up a white drop along the way, so we got an extra campfire in there and a couple other oddball things. Nothing amazing, but a crop plot. Hey, that's cool, right? Can actually start growing something, maybe. Maybe not. Let's go B+. There we go, just for now. Anyway, let's cue the music and get back to work.
Captain Beefy, OG nightmare, can't get near him. It ain't fair. Better mind your six, so you're gonna get popped. Incoming headshot. Boom, you're dry.
Alright, so basically, we started our journey right here, and we kind of worked our way around the shallows here. Stayed inland as much as we could until we came to this rock. And then crossed over to here. And that's my route to come out here anytime I play, and if I want to come out here to avoid the lead sickness, which is like this whale creature that will attack you. Will attack your little raft. It'll sink it and destroy everything on it. It'll kill you. It'll kill your creatures. It's absolutely terrifying, and it's terrible, and it sucks. So, he can't go into shallow water. That's why I kind of stick that plan. And then there's only that tiny little bit of time that we're over open water that's deep enough for one of those to hide in. And when we're there, I just kind of, you know, say, all right, we're moving forward here, and just kind of gonna go best we can. Let's get some notes while we're here. Turn that arrow off. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a few notes on this island. So, why here? A couple reasons. One of them is it's a safe island. We can run around here and not worry about getting jumped by raptors. We're not going to have Ichthyornis stealing our stuff, or Pegomastics on the beach taking our stuff. Not even Dillos are going to be running around here. It's just stuff like the Stego. The Trike. We do get some Pteranodons here, which is great. This guy here, the Parasaur. And then Brontos, as you can see over there. And Phiomius, the little piggy pig. So, it's a really safe place to set up shop. And if you're new to the game, or you're just starting off, I highly recommend coming here if you can. You know, you just got to get here safe. And it's, that raft is, come on, man. I'm in his ass. That raft ride can be a little harrowing if you don't know how, you know, if you don't know about the lead sickness and that he comes popping up out of nowhere. You just kind of cruise into the water and you're like, all right, here we go. This is a beautiful day. Look how sweet. Yeah, and then he comes up and wrecks your life. It sucks. So what we're going to try to do here is, I want to build the beginnings of a base, but I'm going to get some notes while we're here. There's 3 or 4 of them, I think. One of them we passed on the way in, which was level 15. Look at that. Which is out on one of those little mini islands right outside the bay, so we're going to have to go for a little raft ride to get back to it. Nothing dangerous, though. So we're not going that deep in the water. Now, a drop does come down on this island, which is cool. So you do have that random factor of a drop coming down. There are metal nodes on this island, which is fantastic. So you got a little bit of resources there that you don't normally find on the beach. You know, here's a couple right here. We don't get much metal with the pick, but we'll get some. And we now have the ability to build a forge, as well as a smithy and all that. So we're going to be able to make metal tools here soon, and we'll be finding some in drops and stuff like that as well. It's not, you know, not that hard to find them. Now, you can get keratin out here by killing trikes and the stegos, but you know, both of those are kind of dangerous. You know, messing with them at a low level and without any good equipment is very foolish. So you got to be careful with that. If you could trap one somehow, awesome. But otherwise, I don't know if I would do that. You know, just looking for trouble. You can get some trilobites off the beach occasionally, but that's something that's not easy to find. You know, they're kind of rare there. So, and the reason I say this is because if you want a pteranodon saddle, you're gonna need some chitin for it. I think it's 75, and that's really hard to come by, chitin or keratin. So it's gonna make you work for it on this island, I'll tell you that. Now you could go to shore, go inland a little bit, and try to find some scorpions or something like that. And again, the trilobites along the shore help. You could go up to Carnivore Island, which is up the east coast at the far northeastern part of the map. And it's basically like this island, only extremely dangerous. Really. Get a little more metal here. I'll show you that in a second. Can we get one more piece? Yeah, this pickaxe sucks. Okay. So yeah, Carnivore Island is all the way up here. And it lives up to its name. Everything on that island will eat you. So you got to be prepared for that. Nice little Phiomia there. Pretty low level. Not that good of an Anki. Alright. Look at you. Now the game's always had babies in it, but not wild babies. But when you raise creatures, you know, you get baby versions of them hatching out and as they grow and all that. So that's always been a thing, but this whole wild baby thing is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I think it's pretty awesome. All right, what do we need? Some fiber. I just want to build like 2. Look at that. Perfect. That other one. Perfect. Now for crafting, I want a forge. So we're going to go into crafting here, and I don't know if we have enough. We're short some hide. Well, fortunately, that's not going to be too hard to come by on this island here. I saw that parasaur. He's right here. Should give us more than... Or that's the trike. Where'd the parasaur go? Oh, we can even hit these pteranodons up. Or this guy. These guys are great for hide, actually. Sorry there, Miss Phiomia. I know. All right. And there we go. Over 50. Do I hear 58 hide? Not bad. Not bad at all. If I can find that parasaur, I'll kill that thing too, just to grab a little bit more. There it is. Let's eat first. Alright, you stay away from this guy. Don't throw your tail in front. I'm telling you, that's one of the stupidest things to do is to accidentally hit another creature because you just get wrecked. Especially something like that. It's like, oh. This, I think, would get me... some keratin, I think. I didn't see any more of these around. I'm pretty sure I can't bowl of these guys, which is why we didn't. That's right, keep running. All the extra hide, meat, and all that we can get, just going to be to our benefit. Alright, gotta be careful here. Nice. So close to death, come on. Ooh, okay. I mean, you know, 10 keratin's not bad. 10 keratin's something we can live with. All right. He's just itching to get loose here. 13 levels. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we could do that. We'll go back to structures and crafting, and we could do this one as well. For the meat, didn't want to do that. There we go. I want to split the meat up. Get it all rotten, then I can start making some narcotics. Make a bow and arrow and all that fun stuff. We got 83 metal, which is a good start. That'll get us like 41 metal ingots, which will be enough to make all the basic tools that we need and all that fun stuff. Hide, I got 78. That's a nice amount of hide still. So, yeah, we're in pretty good shape right now. All right, let's get this down. B+. And this. Doesn't matter. There we go, B+. We'll throw that in there. Wood's easy to come by, but I don't have any. Well, let's fix that real quick. All right. B+, yep. And then we got this. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. Get some basic narcotics going there. And let's do some leveling then. 13. We wanted to get to 40 here, right? And then I guess 2, 4, 600. $612, that's good. We'll start on the weight. And that puts us at level 61. My goodness. All right, we are really moving forward now. And I may have to just make a run for it and try to... give me a trough. Try to go get some of those crystals now. I was hoping a drop would come down and we'd get some out of there because I've seen them in drops. Depending on the level of the drop, I think like purple and above, or maybe it's yellow and above, I've seen crystal in. It's not that hard to find. We could go up onto a mountaintop and get a whole bunch of it. But there's a cave right across the water. And if we can just get in there, we'll have a decent amount of crystal. So let's go ahead and pick you up. It's weird. Pick you up. Here we go. The crafting, got this one. Metal ingots and wood. Well, we can get the wood, man. Yeah, it almost wouldn't be worth traveling over there if we didn't get the metal pick, you know? Alright. And you little breeder, you're going to come over here. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Structures, crafting. And there we have it. There's still quite a few. Go to B+. There's still a lot of metal in there, which is great. All right, so this is going to be the new spot for resources, at least for the moment. And we'll go to weapons, and we'll go to melee, and yeah. See how many of these we can build. I don't want the pike. I do want the sickle. Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that. And just like that, 4,000 fiber. All right, we're going to try and clear everything off of here. Let's see if that fits there. Perfect. Yeah, we got 5 more. Throw it in there. That thing's almost done. Get that and that. Throw that in there. That in there. That can go. That can go. That can probably go. We got only a few more seconds. All right, so we've got ourselves a pretty empty raft. Just going to put this on there for now. Now the spot we want to go to is right here. There's a cave. That's the lava cave. It's one of the easier caves to beat. We're not even going to attempt it today because I guess this guy's going for a ride. Because we're not ready for it. Not sticking around, guy? Okay. So I'm going to grab this note first. Hopefully there's no leads on the way there. Alright, we're going to turn this way. And we're going to go back the way we came, covering that shortest distance. And then we'll kind of ride the coast around until we get to that spot. So hopefully all is clear. Wish me luck. If we do a cut, nothing happened. Otherwise, we'll come back if something interesting happens. And I think I will go for that green drop while we're here. We may as well do that too. So we'll see at that green drop if we survive. Well, look at that. We got a nice torch. A stego saddle blueprint. Narcoberry seeds and some meat. Okay. The blueprint was cool. And so was the torch. Alright, next step. Get into that cave. So, I'll see you there. Well, I had to show you that Titanosaur falling out of the sky. The biggest creature on the island by far. It's a monstrous sauropod. Yeah. Special way to tame it. You gotta do raid damage to it, which is using like a catapult or I think it's a cannon, maybe rocket launcher. I don't remember all the things you can use on it. And it's only a temporary tame. It only lasts about a day before it runs out of food. You can't feed it. Now you could change the settings on a server to make it last forever if you wanted to, or to make you be able to feed it, you know, which is cool. And that's what I do if we're ever going for one. I'm not gonna, you know, it's basically a PvP monstrosity that's designed that if you get it, you use it, and then you dump it because it's gone afterwards. So it'll help you take down a tribe or something like that, and then you get rid of it, you know, because it's no more use to it. So that's what that's all about. Kind of funny to see when they're... Alright, we made it. We just got to run back in this alcove. Sometimes there's some bad stuff in here. More often than not, there's not. Although one time I saw a Rex drop down right in front of me as I was going into the cave. It about scared the crap out of me. But here's the cave. And there's the crystal. And you can go in a good distance before you come across any cave creatures. All the way down to here, it's a lava cave. You'd have to go around the corner and there's some bad stuff there, but if you don't go around the corner, you're fine. You just sit here and mine some crystal. We don't need a lot this early in the game, but we're going to get, I think, as much as I can carry, probably. Nice big one there. This will give us some rare mushrooms too, which are not very useful at this point in the game, but you know, you never know. Come on. Oh, we're out of stamina. But yeah, look at that, 128 crystal already. That's a decent amount of crystal. We're no longer freezing to death. Let's go up here a little bit. There's something that's a little more reachable. All right, so we got 400 crystal right now. That's a decent amount. That'll get us started, more than we need right off the bat. I'm going to put a little bit into weight there. Got us up to level 65. Episode 2, man. We haven't even begun building anything yet. That's crazy. All right, let's see what new stuff we've got. RG saddles, Bronto saddles, trank darts. I mean, I can't even think about building a gun yet. It's insane. C4, industrial grinders. My God. We can pretty much build everything we need for a decent little base. I hear you. Almost got him. Oh, screw it. All right. Well, hell. The next idea is if we can get a little cementing paste, we're going to be in really good shape. Now, cementing paste, you can make it. Grind up stone and chitin. I don't think you can use keratin in it. Let me see real quick. If you can. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. We'll just make some up at the house then. We'll kill a few more Ankies and stuff like that. I was going to go try to rob some beavers, but that's always a dangerous thing to do. The Castoroid's a pretty tough creature, and as soon as you open up one of their dams, they come at you like 100 miles an hour, just wanting to destroy you. It's terrible. Getting away from them is tough. They're fast. You know, they're fast runners. They're pretty fast in the water. You just got to kind of, you know, take your hits until you get out of there. I usually like to do it with a flyer, so I can have the flyer really close by, or a decently strong land mount that I can have sitting right next to me in the water that I can actually access his inventory or instantly jump on him right after I open up the nest or the dam. You know, to me that it's like, okay, you know, you do it that way. All right, let's cross this water here. It's a little deep, a little scary. I've been hit by him in this area before. I'm seeing that green drop down there coming down, and I think it's got a ring around it. You know, green drops aren't great. They're the second worst drop in the game. But when you don't have anything, it could have something great in it. It could have honey. You know, it could have something that we just don't have access to yet. It could have some pearls in it. That would be nice. That's another thing that the beaver dams are good for, is giving you some pearls, silica pearls, so that you can make electronics. But I digress. But that's going to take us pretty good distance there toward where we started off, and there is a beaver dam there, so I think I saw one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'll catch up with you when we get there. All right, this took a minute, but we're here. Hopefully this is worth it. Let's see what we got. A 60 keratin. I'm going to say thank you right now for that, because that's awesome. We also got some slightly better clothes, the hide clothes and all that. Let's just get on our raft here before we start looking at our spoils. I wish a raft had a inventory, man. All right. That we don't need, primitive lance. But yeah, we got 2 pairs of pants up. Freaking Ascendant hide pants and an Ascendant hide helmet. Those are great. Let's go ahead and split this stuff up. Yeah, that's 60 keratin. That's huge. I feel like we don't even really need to hit up the beaver dam now. but we're pretty close, so we're going to check it out. I mean, we can get on the raft and bolt out of there. I think the raft can get away from them. If not, it'll be embarrassing. We'll get killed by beavers and get our raft destroyed. But then we'll just have to come recover the stuff, which we can spawn in the area. We'll spawn in somewhere fairly close by. There's that purple dino I saw in the last episode, or was it the one before? No, it was on the ride out, actually. I wasn't even filming. Oviraptor, sweet. Huh. Alright, well, when I get over to where the nest, or the dam should be, I'll bring you back. Alright, well this kind of sucks. I feel we're like stuck on this raft here. We can't move out. I don't know if destroying these rocks is going to help. Or what it's stuck on. I've never had that happen before. I've hugged the shore a million times. Just going to try to some of this crap out of the way. Is that going to do it? Come on. Yeah, I can't go any direction. Oh, this sucks. Is that a rock here? No. We're going to have to build another raft. That's so uncool. Well, first things first, let's build a box. Do I have any fiber? No fiber, of course. But I'd get some real quick. Oh, God, here he comes. What'd you steal? Well, it took my raw meat. All right, you can have the raw meat. I really don't care. Oh, come on. Crafting structures, wood storage, and leave me alone, dude. Really? Oh, come on. Well, that'll get me some of the hide I need. Stupid compies. Alright, let's get back down here. Oh, there goes that stupid... Yeah, we're going to kill you this time, bro. You are done in. There you go. Yeah, see, that's what he stole from me. Go ahead and split up all this meat so it all spoils. And then, yeah, what else do we need for the raft? I can't believe we're building another raft, man. This is so annoying. I should have turned around. Plenty of hide. Just need some wood and some fiber. Okay. Well, let's get the fiber. Oh my God, why is there like no fiber around here? This is terrible. Come on. Some freaking fiber. Alright, plenty of fiber. Now comes the wood. This is going to put us overweight. We'll have to make some kind of sacrifice, I'm sure. What do I need? Oh, just a little more wood. Okay, cool. Walk through me. Do we have stone? Get rid of that. Guess we get rid of that. We don't need them. Get rid of that. Gets us going just a little bit faster. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I'll catch up with you when we get this damn raft built. This is just absolutely horrifying. Alright, here's our raft. I don't even want to talk about what we went through to get this. And we get this on here. It wasn't anything horrible. It was just... It seemed like every creature walked in my path and just got in my way. It's absolutely horrible. Alright, we're going to go around the outside of that little island straight ahead of us. To the right of it, that's usually where I see some beavers spawning. And I usually find a beaver dam or two there. Wish me luck, because this is... This took quite a bit just to get to where I am. Got two stupid rafts out there now. I ought to destroy that other one. And I might just do that on the way back. Recover what resources I can. Put them in the box on this one. But yeah, this thing was too heavy to... Or I was so heavy I could barely walk, and I'm walking, you know... I built the raft, and then... I had to go inland to get a little bit of wood that I needed, and... I build the raft, and then I'm overweight again. I'm like, so I turn around. There's some beavers. I had to throw out a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nothing crucial. Nothing I can't get back easily. Stuff like stone and flint and all that. Just to get to where I can walk a little bit. I'm walking real slow, like crawling. But I've got everything I need. I'm like, once I get to the water, I know I can just throw it out, and then boom, we're done. So I get out there. But to walk down, I have a Triceratops walk in my way and just totally block me. I'm like, come on, dude, for real? All right, let's peek in the water here. Now, they're not necessarily in the water. Sometimes they're up on the shore over here. Don't see any over here. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to head around this rock, though. Look at him swimming in the water there. You see something that looks like a little pile of sticks. Yeah, don't see it anywhere, man. Well, hell. That's a turtle. There's a stupid pego. Don't even think about it, bro. All right, well, I'm going to go tear down that other raft and then head home. And, hopefully we'll make it out there without any issues. We'll see what happens. All right, so here comes the scary part of our journey. So far, we made this trip twice, and it's been safe both times, so hopefully it remains that way. The guy could show up at any time. So in this next episode, I want to get working on the base a little bit here. And by the base, I have some ideas for something that's going to be kind of fun and interesting. Like, as you can see, it's really shallow there. It's a little deeper here. And this bay itself is got a deep spot in the middle, but it's fairly shallow on the outside. So I think it'd be kind of fun to maybe get up here, wall this off there, and over there. So it'll be 3 separate areas where we connect all these islands together a little bit, and maybe have 1 or 2 entrances for the raft, as well as other creatures and all that kind of stuff. So I'm basically going to gather as much stuff as I can to start working on this base. That's what we got here. Let's shut this off. Stone, wood, all that fun stuff. It's going to be built to stone. And I'm going to get a prefab thing here. Let me see where that is. I might be able to build that now. Yeah. This thing's great because it allows you to build stuff you normally can't build in like a smithy or whatever. You have to build your inventory. I'll show you an example here. Structure, stone, like foundations, right? 80 stone weighs a lot, and you can only carry so much. So if you wanted to build a whole bunch of foundations, all you gotta do is fill that up with stone and the other parts, and start building them in there, and you can just walk away and do other stuff. You don't have to worry about getting hammered with all that weight and all that fun stuff. That sucks. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. As always, Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. If you haven't done so, please leave a like on the video down below. Don't be like this guy and forget to subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.